Now let's begin.
3, 2, 1.
Never underestimate
Come on, Mason!
a man who has nothing to lose. Rutger Hauer, Charles Dutton, Gary Busey, F. Murray Abraham, and Ice-T. Surviving the Game.
Bang!
Directed by Ernest Dickerson.
Yo, it's your boy Fro Thizzle, and today I'm going to be talking about the 1994 film Surviving the Game, starring Ice-T, Rutger Hauer, rest in peace, Charles S. Dutton, Gary Busey, John C. McGinley. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. And of course, right off the bat, this cast is amazing. Like, sick veteran actors. Rutger Hauer plays a fantastic villain in here. Charles S. Dutton is one of my favorite actors of all time, and he plays a guy that's rather likable at the start, but turns into a slime ball. Love John C. McGinley, and even find him to be rather underrated. Gary Busey plays a psychopath as usual, but he does an excellent job at it. And we even have F. Murray Abraham, and if you're not familiar with him, he won an Oscar for being in Amadeus, and he's the guy who gets hanged off the helicopter in Scarface. And he's also the main villain in 13 Ghosts, one of my favorite films. Moving on to the plot, Ice-T plays a homeless man named Mason. He's down on his luck. His dog gets killed near the beginning of the film, and his dog was pretty much the closest thing to him. He decides to commit suicide by nearly jumping in front of a truck, but Charles S. Dutton's character saves him by the last minute and offers Mason to be a part of a hunting group for a new start. Dutton's character Cole takes Mason to meet Rutger Hauer, the villain of the film, Burns. Burns decides to test Mason by having him run on a treadmill to see how long his agility and his cardio can last. Burns and Cole take in Mason. They meet up with the rest of the group, John C. McGinley, F. Murray Abraham, etc. They lounge out in the cabin, trade some stories together over dinner, and we have a very frightening monologue portrayed by Gary Busey that I find to be very underrated. He's recounting this memory where his father pretty much forced him in a kill-or-be-killed situation with an animal. But this moment is very unnerving and well crafted by Gary Busey. After a good night's sleep, Mason comes to find out that the hunters are hunting him. And to be fair, we have seen his plot many times. It's loosely based on the 1924 short story, The Most Dangerous Game. But despite the familiar plot, I've always had a great time with this movie. Ever since I was a kid, I do have a bit of a nostalgic bias with it, admittedly, but I love this fucking movie. This is my favorite Ice-T performance. He's great in New Jack City. He's really comfortable and well suited for Law & Order SVU for nearly 30 years. But this, I think, is his most challenging role. His most physical. He's doing a lot of stunts, hopping over rocks, jumping over fucking trees, crafting weapons together, trying to think of some tricks to outsmart the hunting group. And I really think Ice-T kicks ass in this movie. Mason's a character that I really root for, mainly because the film early on got me to be sympathetic and feel for the character. If I remember correctly, there's a tiny subplot where we don't know if Mason killed like a child and the mother or something like that, or a family, but we come to find out that Mason didn't. And he was just using it as, I don't know if it was for his own trauma or something to make him seem tough. I gotta remember that exactly. It is interesting. It's an interesting choice for the character's backstory. And again, Ice-T does a great job. One more time glowing about the supporting cast. Rutger Hauer was the man. Kills it in this movie. One of my favorite Hauer performances. Maybe a top 5 performance from him. Gary Busey kills it. Charles S. Dutton is one of my favorite actors, who I also think is very underrated. F. Murray Abraham, he plays the slime ball very well in here as well. And his son is the only one who doesn't agree with what's going on. He flew out there intending to hunt together as a group, not for the group to hunt Mason. The son may be the weakest part of the film, but besides Mason, he's a good guy. And John C. McGinley's character is a slime ball at first, and he's very adamant to kill Mason. But after trapping John C. McGinley's character Griffin in a cave and nearly killing him, Mason lets him go, which makes Griffin rethink about everything and be like, I'm out, he's too good, he's gonna murk us all one by one. and he could have killed me, but he didn't, so I'm not going to kill him. And in return, spoilers, Rutger Hauer shoots him right in the fucking head. He kills Griffin. But wrapping it up, this is one of my favorite movies. I highly recommend it. It's a dope action, has some solid pockets of drama, fantastic acting, and a great cast overall. I'm honestly going to give Surviving the Game a 9.5 out of 10. And the only reason I don't give it a 10 out of 10 is mainly because the young son of F. Murray Abraham's character can be a bit whiny. Despite him being a good character, there are some moments where his stiff acting does stand out. But again, this movie's awesome, and I recommend it. And until next time, it's your boy Fro Thizzle. Comment below, what's your favorite Ice-T performance? What's your favorite rapper-actor performance? I'm curious of that. And if you've seen this movie, let me know what you think. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Until next time, thank you. Hope you enjoyed. Peace.